Hello and welcome to another side play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room Halloween Special. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that made this game and are making other games, you can go to their Patreon, where it's $3 a month. So, on the last side play, we went through the corn maze. Did we finish? Yeah, I think we talked to Nick and, William. No, wait, not William. Murdoch. And got them into the corn maze, where there was also a quiz, and we failed miserably. Well, most other people got 10 out of 10s, and it's like, come on. Seriously, how did you know that, like, the squid was the right answer, not the octopus? Or it was a volcanic eruption? Guys are too savvy. But, yeah, we did that. Now we're going to do other stuff. So reset face. And continue. Now it's time for the better part of the night. The drinks. The cinema. I look forward to seeing your costumes. Costumes? Yeah, what do you mean by costumes? Everyone is looking at Nick with some confusion. He looks confused as well. Oh. I did not put it in the event details. Costumes are mandatory. That's a big thing to leave out. What do you mean mandatory? Yeah, what's up, Nick? The Badger looks embarrassed. Oh, maybe not mandatory anymore. But I like costumes. I was looking forward to that more than the corn maze. There's a shop on the way home. They probably have a lot of stuff to spare. And it would be cheap too, since Halloween is practically over already, from their perspectives. That shop is an Echo, though. But it's a ghost town. Oh, well. I mean, is it? Who would run a museum in a ghost town? Like, I could understand, like, a, touristy, showing people around a ghost town thing, being in a ghost town, but not really a museum or a costume shop. And what's Echo? It's a historical ghost town with a bad past. But did y'all say you were picking up some costumes? Yeah. Tight. I need one for the concert. Mind if I go with y'all before we part ways? Not at all. I really don't want to go to that town. Mostly because I have a really bad feeling about it that makes the fur on my neck prickle. It's like there's something bad that happened there, involving me, and I just can't remember. But, there's reincarnation, maybe. Alright, but can we just make it quick? I'm not the loitering type, so I prefer to be quick as well. We make a quick break before our caravan in cars heads its way towards the direction of Peyton. Peyton? It doesn't take long to reach the shell of a town that used to be Echo. For reasons I still can't place, just being here makes my skin crawl. But we see the sign for Halloween costume store and make our way in. What I expect to see is more than an industrial warehouse or abandoned strip mall building. Hey, it's, the Ram's house. Not the Echo Ram's house, but the house from, the smoke room. But it looks more like a nice old house. This is it? Pretty impossible to mistake the signs. Okay, then. Nothing about its exterior says Industrial Costume Emporium to me. But my mind changes the minute we're inside. Hey, it's the mayor! Howdy, y'all, and welcome to Spirit Halloween. Feel free to try on the costumes before your purchase. Didn't the signs outside say this is also the Echo Museum? Well, yeah, but we're more of a conglomerate business these days. There's a back room for exhibits, but it's closed down for the moment. This building is a bit fancy for a museum in the middle of a ghost town, isn't it? Perhaps, but it's well funded by the Hendricks. I know that they were planning to do a museum, but really have it in Echo? Oh, so where's this music from? It sounds familiar. I can't place it. The shopkeep mutters. Or at least, it used to be back in the ghost hunt hobbyist spot during the pandemic. So this is after 2020? Did you say the Hendricks funded this place? Yes, indeedly. To an extent. This wouldn't happen to be the old Hendricks Manor, would it? The original Hendricks Manor burned down years and years ago, and had a new house built on top of it. This is a reproduction of the house that perished in 1915. A fairly faithful one, too. Could we see the interior? But why is he sweating all of a sudden? Could we not? I'm sorry, but large portions of the interior are still unfinished. Damn. More like hallelujah. Hallelujah. Looks like we ought to get the costumes and go. Good idea. Why don't you help us out with that? What? I could use help, honestly. There's just so many options. I thought the whole point of this was y'all picked out your own costumes. Ain't fashion boggling your job, Sam? Blogging? You know it's not. If it was, I wouldn't be on the clock right now. Oh, come on. You know you like dressing us up. Usually because I'm embarrassed to be seen with some of y'all otherwise. I think that the smell of rubber is starting to make me sick. Could you help this go by faster? Are you being honest, Nick? The point of the lie is that you never know somebody is lying, Samuel. He's dodging the question. Fine. I'll help anybody who needs it. But make sure y'all pick out some outfits by yourselves. I'm not gonna browse the whole damn store for everybody. Who should I help first? I guess who's on the first of the thing? You'll be a sheriff! I'm surprised you're dressed up at all. I'm just doing this for Nick. For Nick. Or for Nick's stakes? You dressing up as a lawyer or something? No. That all comes from deep inside me. Then maybe use a condom next time you talk. Just get inside the dressing room booth, Will. Okay, so Sherlock Holmes. Ever since like that, it's like, good, we get that. Please? I'm gonna have fun with this. How about sexy fireman? Are you dressing me up as a fireman or a stripper? Halloween is about doing both well. Jump next. Nikolai. So, what do you think about dressing as Nick? There's so many US costume culture references that I don't feel very confident with most of the characters. Maybe the generic costumes would be a better approach. My thoughts exactly. Is this like that Over the Hedge? Vampire. Can we make everyone sexy fireman? Oh, he's got a lot more costumes. Or maybe not a lot. Oh, I'd be tempted to make everybody sexy firemen. A plumber's costume? Not just any plumber, Sam. Though you should respect the noble plumber. This job that most people don't want to do, and somebody has to. Our very world would fall apart without plumbers, Samuel. I can see the point. But more importantly, this plumber makes funny sounds. Oh, instead of Luigi, it's Nick, E.G. Like, wah! Huh? Wah! What are you doing? Wah, wah, wah. Somebody help. Nikolai's broken. Jump next. Cliff. Which costume tickles your fancy, Professor? Student. But I'm thinking something trendy and recognizable. But not overworn. No Elsa then? Shut up. Oh, look at the fancy lad. Chainsaw lad? I have no idea what costume that is. FBI agent? Oh, no, sexy fireman? Well, he's Amine, so do that. So, what do you think? Are you the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What? No! I'm Chainsaw Man. Patent pending. From the acclaimed manga, Tatsuki Fujimoto. Oh, mangaka? I guess that's the artist. Oh, I don't know what you just said. But I'm happy for you. Oh, or sorry for what happened. I swear you'll live under a rock. I swear you live under a rock. Murdoch. Your turn, Fox. I probably won't need the help. I know what I lack. Great. Then there's another costume down. Didn't say you could skip me, though. Why? Because I like it when you watch me undress. Okay. Just don't get any stains on the clothes accidentally. They have to sell those. I mean, are we gonna bang in it? Though I kind of wondered, could it be that we could match FBI agents and stuff? Hey, it's the Night in the Woods. Let's do Night in the Woods. Got cups on my ears. I can see that. I have no idea who this is. Well, he's gay and does petty crimes, so the two of you would have a lot in common. You really should get to playing Night in the Woods. Just stream it and I'll watch it. You need to learn to play things on your own. It's just like making a habit out of fitness. You need to learn to fitness dick in your mouth. Well, maybe after the party. Okay, looks like we're done. What? I'm not very good at this tradition. Help? God damn it. Okay. Liverson. Sexy cowboy? I think. Maybe. Okay. I'm gonna ask you to say Mamma Mia for me. I respect Mario because he's a plumber. A blue-collar working man. He's not a clown for you to command. Okay. But it's not that serious. Maybe not for you. So we got Cynthia? Now you're all set. Thank you. I'm gonna keep my costume for every year that Nick makes it this mandatory. Yes, now help me. You're more fashionable than me. Why do you need my help? Because I like to tailor my shit, and I won't have anybody at the apartment to help me measure before the concert. She takes out a tape measure from her purse. Jesus Christ. Hurry up and get in the booth before the shopkeeper sees us. Okay, so Kill Bill. Sexy thoughts go away. No, like from some kind of horror thing. I'm gonna get you laid. I don't think goth passes for a Halloween costume. This isn't just any goth Sam. This is Bay from Night in the Woods. Oh, I didn't catch that. What's that? It's a great indie game about essential sadness and terror in the Rust Belt. I thought you don't play video games. No, that's clearly you. You good? Yep, thanks. I'd say any time, but sewing bores the hell out of me. How'd you expect to be a fashion designer if you're too impatient to measure? They know I'm not a fashion designer. Anyways, it's time to go. About that. Oh right, not you too. How about it, lover boy? I'll buy you a flamboyant Starbuck if you help me out. 2 flamboyant Starbuck. Fine. And a cake top. Daring today, aren't we? Yep. Alright then, get in the booth. he's gonna be the rat from the Nutcracker special? Don't know who that is. I mean, that seems a bit... We could roll back. What is it? Oh, I'm surprised they ain't Breaking Bad costumes. It's a very popular show. Which character is this? Gus. He's the drug dealer. Oh, and you're the pharmacist. Basically the same thing. Not really, but that's the joke. Now we're done. Thank Christ. Samuel. What, Nick? What are you going to dress as? Rome guy. I have a street at home. A sheet at home. Sam. You were Rome guy last year. So? No repeats. Oh, come on. I'm not paying for a costume when I already have one. Then I'll pay. Into the booth, Samuel. Hey! Okay. Good thing I'm fine with not doing that, because it's like, I got my costume from the Renaissance Festival, wearing that every year. Maybe slight changes every now and then, like having a leash and collar, ooh, but still. Sexy fireman. Night in the Woods. Sydney. Ubi Waluigi. Why? I think it suits you. How could you say that? Go wah ha 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 for me. I'm not gonna wah ha hoop your ass. I'm gonna whap. Get us out of here, Will, before somebody wants to change their mind. Okay, folks. We're heading out. See y'all at the party at 6. Not me, but take care. Everybody says the goodbyes before me and Will make our escape. I have a bad feeling hanging around me still, like we're gonna pop a tire or the engine's gonna blow out before we make it back to Peyton. But it never happens. And we make it back to Will's place. Will checks the mail and says he needs to take care of some things on his computer before he heads out. We take turns showering. Will. When I come out, he's playing Minesweeper. I thought you said you were paying bills. Actually, I should probably do a video of that at some point. I finished. Alright, and are you ready to go? I don't take as long to get ready as you do. Let's go. Alright. You got the chips, right? Yes, I got the damn chips. What kinds? Potato kinds. Okay. Let's go. I'm already going, Sam. In that? Well, Nick even let you in? He'll let me change to the party, Sam. I'm at the door, Sam. Wait. I want to brush my teeth. I'm opening the door, Sam. I race to the bathroom and put the toothpaste and brush as fast as I can. He can probably hear me gargle. I am now halfway into the car, Sam. Hard on. I spit and rinse, then race to reach him out the door. Lock the door. I go back to the porch, and as I do, then go back to the car. We both nod at each other and start the engine. Nick's apartment isn't exactly in the middle of nowhere, but it's not close to downtown either. It's a small apartment complex near a patch of trees. I already see kids crowding the road, making it hard to drive. There aren't as many as houses this year. Nope. Looks like it's Barbie and Spider-Man this year. Barbie and superheroes will outlast us all. Heroes are forever, Sam, but legends never die. Don't you quote Sandlot for me? What's wrong with Sandlot? I've seen it like 20 times at summer camp growing up. So, your counselors had a taste in then. When we arrive, we have to push past a princess and 2 Barbies to reach Nikolai's porch. He's already fully dressed and passed out candy. Yo. Evening, Nick. You both aren't dressed. I told you Will be annoyed. Relax. I've got the costumes in my pack. There's only 6 hours left of Halloween, Will. We got it, Nick. Where do you want the chips? Bar counter. We duck our heads as we go inside. Yao and Ralph are watching the television while Murdoch and Cliff talk near the bar. Do you want to change first, or what? Nah, you go first. I take the chips from him, and he disappears into the bathroom. What's on the TV? Nothing good yet. We were looking for the horror movies. Why don't you just pull up something from the counter and computer and stream it? Lazy. I like surprises. There's something on one of the channels playing the Monster Mash. Hope you're having a happy Halloween, monsters and mischief makers. Certainly better than tech billionaires James Hendricks. His support of recent change in tech platform Twitter, now branded X, has plummeted in downward usage in just 1 year, manifested by his racy costume choice. Said James Hendricks? Needless to say, it did not go over well. Apparently, he thought blackface was okay. If you have kids at home, they may want to look away. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like that would be something, what's his name would do. The tiger grabs the remote and turns off the television. I no longer like surprises. I hear the bathroom door open and Will shows up. Jesus, Will. It's hot in here, or is it just you? I know you have cups under your ears, Briars, but I can put them where the sun don't shine too. Are you Sam for Halloween, Will? Har har. Wait, are you Sam? Are we a firefighter? I'm resisting the temptation to put a dollar bill down your pants. Just try it. Mamma mia! It's a brother in arms. Why? I support the infrastructure. What the taxpayer, with the taxpayer money. So we can be a society. Wah ha ha. I go outside to play a board game instead of flipping through the television. Nick comes and goes periodically, getting candy for trick-or-treaters and checking on grilled meats. Ralph falls into the basement early and slowly dies because nobody knows how to get there. Is that a reference to, oh, maybe it's a board game thing. Cliff reveals he's a traitor of the game by killing Will first. Murdoch tries to stop him by kamikaze, but doesn't work. I also fell into the basement and can't get out. Cliff comes for me, but Yao takes him down with a gun, which we didn't think would work, but it does. Ooh, you got me good. I never know if gun method is gonna work. Always try the gun method to see if it works. I would have loved to try, believe me. Unfortunately, I was dead before the traitor even revealed himself. Bad luck. Or bad game balance. That usually happens to me when I play. Okay, can we use this as the thumbnail here? Almost everybody in the costume? Fortunately, we are not here for games. Oh? We're here for meat. Oh? Thank God Almighty. I was about to start drinking on an empty stomach. Hey, that's the best way of drinking. Nick didn't just make steak. He made sausage, ribs, barbecued pork chops, and cube chicken kebabs. Kebab. The smell makes my mouth water. There's a dainty array of scalloped potatoes and asparagus as well. The tradition continues. Why did he make so much? It is the only way he can resist candy. If the children are filling themselves with junk food, then the adults should fill up with real food. It's what separates a man from a boy. But I like the candy, as do I. But real food must come first. Then we can partake in candy. It is the only safe way to resist. You can just chew on some gum. Yao shakes his away. No, this is the way. Alright. I feel that Yao just really likes meat and doesn't want this tradition to end. And I feel the same way, considering I eat more than my fair share. Once the food is done with, and Will is breaking the whiskey out, we move outside. Maybe call this part early because it could be a thing or not. Though that's a question. How? Maybe keep going because then this one would end on Halloween. We see fewer and fewer kids as the night progresses. Nick starts a fire in his pit. Murdoch breaks out the graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallows, and we all start to make s'mores. So, what exactly is a s'more? 2 pieces of chocolate and roasted marshmallow sandwiched between graham crackers. You know, if we thought of you of being a cracker, me being the chocolate, and you being the marshmallow, it kind of looks like. You don't have to sexualize my delicious treat. I'm not sexualizing your delicious treat. I'm sexualizing my delicious treat. Murdoch makes into a s'more. Like sex, it's called s'mores because you always want s'more. Whore. Bitch. Halloween is the time to tell scary stories, yes? You can lean into cozy or terror. It just depends. Sometimes both. Well, we have plenty of cozy tonight. Why not something scary now? Can try, but it takes a lot to scare me. Likewise. You don't scare very easily either. But that does not mean I think there aren't a lot of scary things. What about Mr. Adler? Being sober at a party is pretty scary. You boys sure don't want to have more of the punch? How about Samuel? Identity theft is scary. Forgetting to pay your taxes too. The tiger blinks at me. How are you boring? That's usually what I say. Sorry. Why don't you inspire some creativity, Sam? Give him a good story to scare him. And then, wait, why are you trying to scare me again? Because it's fun to remind that you're still safe and alive. Get into the spirit of the season, Sam. Very well. In Europa and the States, you have ghouls and goblins and devils, yes? Yes. Fairies too? Right. I thought fairies were supposed to be nice. Nope. No. Definitely not. You're a mean fairy, Sam. Shut up, Will. Well, in Huaxia, we have Yaogai. Oh, hey. It sounds like one of those syllables of your name. He smiles. It must be just coincidence. The Yaogai are unusual and erratic creatures. Strange animals or objects, given unnatural powers, behaving with malice, fulfilling their own dark purposes. A big difference I notice in Huaxian stories is that our creatures do not go out only on one night or one day. They appear at any place, any time, and go about their grim business. Yeah, you've all heard of monster stories before. Every culture seems to have them. Well, I know one that my father told me that I've never heard anywhere else. I don't know if you ever worked in a warehouse before, but I do, and my father did before me. There are many storage spaces where you encounter long fluorescent strips of that continue for a great distance. Sometimes these lights go out, and create black patches on the floor where you cannot see anything at all. When you work within lights, you have to replace the bulbs that are broken or investigate the ceiling wiring if the replacement bulb does not fix the problem. I do not know if you've ever looked in the long hallway or a dark closet across the distance and felt a terrible sensation that something might be looking back at you, even if you never see the shining eyes. Or maybe you think you did, and cannot quite dismiss that it was your imagination. Well, imagine that feeling, but instead of experiencing it straightforward, he points a claw at the sky. It is straight up. And you work for a company, and you're too scared to fix light, and you cannot exactly tell your boss that you cannot fix light, can you? My apologies, sir. I do not want to do my job. I think there's a Yaogai in the ceiling. This excuse would never be acceptable. And the Yaogai knows this. Because even if it does not get you the first or second time, It knows that eventually the light will always have to give out, and you'll have to replace it. And that is partly why the mortality rate for electricians is so very high. Then, what's the other part? Sam. Electricity. Oh. I think I know that, or knew that. The lights go out on the porch behind us. Cliff screams. Oh, come on. You set that up to scare us. Yeah, the timing was too inconvenient. And how could I do that if I'm sitting here? A remote. Time outage. There's gotta be lots of ways, really. If it's so corny, why have I done it? He's playing mind games now. Oh, am I? Nick, be honest. Is he messing with y'all's circuit board? If he is, I didn't see him change anything. I did not mean to upset anybody by the story. We're not upset. We're just not gullible. I did not do anything to deceive y'all. This is an old apartment, and outages happen all the time. If you think about it, we're using a lot of power at this party. Nick, you can trust me, right? The badger crossed his arms. No. Oh, come on. Sorry, but this is your brand of shenanigans. Fine then. I'll go inside and turn the rest of the lights back on. Well, I'm pretty damn skeptical myself. So I'll go with him and make sure he doesn't have some contraption on the circuit breaker or anything. They both stand up and go into the house. 5 minutes pass. The power still doesn't get back on. Cliff screams again. Aren't they back now? Because they're building tension. You still think this is a prank? Yes, obviously. Maybe something did happen. Will looks disappointed. Nick. If it's dark and they went into the basement, they could have tripped. Wouldn't we have heard them? It's a well-insulated basement. I'm gonna check. I'll come too. No! We're splitting up the party. Haven't y'all learned nothing bad from the board game? Well, I did not play, and life is not a board game. Will raises and shakes his head. Woo! I'll tell you, Nick, if we have to take somebody to the hospital, you're gonna have to be the one behind the wheel. Let's not think like that. We can think like that after we find Yao, and it turns out he was trying to scare us. The two of them disappear. Another 5 minutes pass. No light. I told them not to split the party. I guess it's just us then to figure out what's going on. I like the odds of 3 against 1 if we're up against Ceiling Monster. Well, we could just leave? And leave our friends behind? Well, some of them are just technically acquaintances. Cliff. I just don't want to die. Come on, you have a Chainsaw Man costume. You'll be fine. I just think it's a prank, clearly with some kind of trap mechanism. And I don't want to feel dumber than I already do tonight walking through an obvious trap. You think so? I mean, of course I do. It's a physical trap. Or you're all fucking with me. Or a lot of associates are either injured or dead. We all just stare at the floor. So, are we staying or are we going? Murdoch gives a quick nod, then Cliff responds with a shaky one. Stay close. We walk into the house, Cliff holding both of our hands. Anybody know the direction of the basement? Can we hold our phones for light? It's by the bathroom. Slowly walk together. The basement is dark, and the stairs look steep. If something was looking straight up at us on the bottom, we wouldn't be able to know. My eyes just slowly in the dark, and I can make out simple forms like walls and railings. Cliff is whimpering. Murdoch is trying to control his breathing. But we descend. At the bottom of the stairs, I can see stuff over there, but it's completely dark here. We hear a lot of movement. It sounds like rustling bags. A lot of rustling bags. I don't have to move far to feel one against my feet. It's writhing like something trapped in a cocoon, and it's big. I feel it with my paws. It doesn't feel like plastic. Guys, help me with this. Got it. What in heaven's name? I shiver with a terrible feeling that tearing this bag open will cover my paws in something wet and mushy. But it's just somebody's leg. William's leg, in fact. He pulled the bag from his mouth and he started shouting a slurry of curses. Motherfucker jumped me and stuffed me. Who? Then we find Ralph. That tiger is fucking useless. Whatever tied me up, got him right after. Then Nick. I didn't think I'd be bothered by the dark in my own apartment. I was wrong. Then Yao. I told you it was not me. Now, will you believe? I don't know what to believe right now. I just want to know if the damn lights are coming back on. I'm at the box right now. It should be back on any moment. Suddenly, I have a feeling. It's a horrible feeling where you're staring straight at something you can't see, but you know it's staring back. And then the lights come back. What I'm looking at is some kind of chubby hole that looks like it runs beneath the house. Chubby hole? Cubby hole. I don't know about you fellas, but suddenly I don't give much of a shit about the lights being back on. I just don't particularly want to be here any longer. What do y'all say we fuck off and go to Denny's? We all agree. We don't really know what happened and don't really want to know. But we all agree that Nick and Yo's apartment needs a thorough examination before we can ever go back. At night raise hairs, and the fear of dark slowly melts away into the butter and syrup of midnight pancake. Suddenly, the phone starts buzzing. His tired expression turns to one of mild urgency. Sorry, I have to take this. Go ahead. We'll keep the coffee pot warm for you. Thanks. Outside, the tiger stares at his phone. He feels a sudden sense of guilt. He really wanted that $50. He answered the phone. A woman's voice. Thanks for the key. That may have worked a little too well. Everybody is really rattled. It's as it should be. But why? Because Samuel was never once invited me to his best holiday party. Do you know how many free bath bombs I must have missed out on? And now? It's as of November 1st, it has begun. No. Yes. Halloween is. There. Merry Christmas forever. Okay, that was a funny ending there. And that is the most spookiest of things, where, you know, Christmas happens. That's gonna be the end of this side play. And right in time for Halloween. Though I'm gonna have to, you know, move I Promise away, I think. Right? Because we only get 3 days until Halloween in this spot. It's kind of funny how it lines up nicely on that. So we're just gonna have to do that. Oh well, it do be like that sometimes. So hopefully your Halloween does well. Don't drink too much, like I might. Maybe not that day, but another day. Have fun, eat lots of candy, unless you're diabetic, in which case, make sure you have insulin or whatever you need there. And, drive safe, because other people might be drinking and be like, I want to drive, while being inebriated. And get spooked tonight. And, drink plenty of water tomorrow and tonight. So, end of this side play, so comment, cause I like them, so much you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like Seek Grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the various type of current bleeds from Spain near your animals. Help control the pet populazione. I wonder what next we're gonna do. I mean, there's going to be I Promise at some point, but then I guess if we're going to try and keep things a little bit, seasonal at some point. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't pull it in here. Let me just do that. Where's it? Down, loads. Didn't we do that? Or maybe we did it here? Smoke room Christmas. Pretty sure I downloaded it. Maybe I clicked the download button, then clicked away from the screen, in which case it was like, oh, you're not going to be downloading it. Download. Download anyway. Maybe I put it somewhere else. Did I? Hmm. Do 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 do. No Smoke Room Christmas special, which is a bit loud right now. Okay, there we go. Just kissing that yellow. Hyena, where it's all Quithmathy. Maybe not so early because, like, we want to space this out so that this would go on sometime around Quithmath. You know? So, yeah, if you want to play these games, they're free on itch.io. Though, I guess the Christmas special you have to go to the Patreon, but I'm not sure if you have to pay monies for it on Patreon. Unknown. Anyways, until next time, another side play. Me, GamerWolfSix, have another furry game. So thanks and see ya.